Hello friend and welcome back once again to Strategic Mind, Spectre of Communism. We're here in the second mission, but before we do that we're in the deployment phase, or I should say the pre-deployment phase. Let's take a look at our skills first. We have 400 points and it seems like there are a few things. Rokossovsky's Resolve. Upon activation the infantry can attack again. When can we do this? Will become available later in the campaign. From 1941, okay. That's fine. Oh, let's take a look. There are a few other things that are useful, I guess. Workers of the World Unite. Infantry units gain +1 to all combat parameters if there's another infantry unit in an adjacent hex. Okay, that's also pretty decent, I would say. Another new ability is Political Commissars. All infantry and non-self-propelled units gain Communist's skill. Units with that skill never retreat or surrender. Never, okay. Non-lethal damage from each enemy attack is reduced by 1. Okay. Stalin's Falcons. Fighter units attack together, gaining additional defense and move points. All participating units gain a bonus to defense equal to the number of units attacking. After the attack, they gain 3 additional move points. Okay, that actually doesn't seem too bad. All ground units within 3 hex range from the HQ gain +2 to all combat parameters. Also not bad. Then we have Trophy Committee. All infantry units gain +2 soft attack. Fine. And deploying the infantry units do not reduce the number of command points. That's also pretty neat, I would say. I'm gonna start with frontline artillery though. It's a pretty straightforward ability. I really like it. You're gonna use it a lot. So let's start by going for that. So we got the frontline artillery. That's gonna do very well. I guess tankman courses is also gonna be more useful the faster you get it. So maybe we should just go and get it now. Then besides that, embarkation is there's not a whole lot that we can get at the moment. Besides, I could go for frontline artillery in higher level. Yeah, let's actually do that. So but so it is, it's currently 10. Let's get that to 6. Alright, it's always a solid choice to go for frontline artillery, I think. Even at the start. Now, our units. We can upgrade a few of them. Let's do that. I always prefer getting higher combat units than... I prefer quality over quantity. Let's just keep it at that. So you can upgrade to the T-28. So what does that do? Minus fuel, minus movement, but a lot more soft attack. Slightly less hard attack. You know, I think it's worth it to have one T-28 and one BT-7, probably. So let's do it. I don't have an HQ unit here yet, it seems, or at least none of my units have the HQ ability. Maybe I need to purchase it, like an HQ unit. Oh no, this guy is the HQ tank, okay. Fair enough. I guess it's also better on the defenses then. Like, well, it's actually quite similar. Never mind. Alright, so I'm not upgrading the BT-7. Let's actually level up these guys. And I generally, for tanks, I do like to give aggressive maneuver. Just like Night Hunter is also, I think, pretty good. Reduces the penalty by half. So it's 1/3 penalty instead of 2/3. This was pretty good. I definitely do want to get these things going as well. The Sokosagyuki, which gives them flamethrowers, means they're gonna do very well to forts. Let's discard the machine gun, give them these. There are tank flamethrowers that I could also get, but they are pretty expensive. I do think it's worth it to have it on my tanks though, don't get me wrong. Do I want sappers? Well, upgrading for these guys, I think fuel is very important. Equipment, right. So let's sell this. Get additional fuel. For you though, let's also get rid of these. I don't think having the machine guns is all that useful for them. I don't know why it was suddenly 0. It said discarding it for 0. That's weird. Maybe because I got it for free at the start. But I should take a look. They have 25.5. I don't think they need either additional ammunition or fuel tank. I guess they might. Like, if I'm gonna get winter equipment now, that's probably gonna be very useful in the winter war already. So it's probably an okay idea to already purchase that for later. I can see myself use it. You have 3. Can I upgrade the truck? Because getting the common intern truck gives it more movement points, air and south defense. I really want to do that as a starter. Then I should... I'm not too big a fan of subcaliber shell actually. Although, yeah, it does also give +4 heart attack. Yeah, let's... I guess also already start getting the winter equipment. BA-10 can surely use this. Let's... This is 530, that's all well and fine. But I guess they don't need the winter equipment for the moment. I guess we can switch it out after the next turn. That's fine. Let's just give them the machine gun. I know I just wasted that, but that's whatever. Yeah, so even for you, I don't think I need to clear mines with them. Let's just give them machine guns. I mean, if it does not have ground transport... Yeah, that's a bit weird because they're recon units, so I don't particularly know how that works. Not too sure, indeed, like whether the ability still works with these, so whether they lose their ability to move and such. Go for small searchlight. Additional ammunition is fine. Let's change the truck to common turn. And I think they are fine on equipment for now. Give them additional ammunition, incendiary shells as well. All of these guys should also get the common turn, and with that they can get the 120mm mortars. Because, yeah, it's heavy equipment, but it does have ground transport, so. And then besides that, I want one of these to have flamethrowers, and the other one will have sappers. Now, what is this? This is ammunition. Expendable equipment. You spend 3 prestige every time you use it. They kind of get the bomb at that point. Aerial cameras is very expensive. I don't think I want to use aerial, or I don't really think I want to spend my points on anything up here at the moment. I think I much rather prefer buying another unit at this stage. I can go for an armor train. That's pretty funny, but it's too expensive. I could actually go for another fighter. I can see myself use that, actually. I think that's probably worth getting for the moment, getting another I-16 and see how they're going to perform. So, in case of the heroes, we're probably not going to get even close, but we can see what we have to do. Deal 40 to enemy fighters, 50 to tactical, 30 to forts, 15 to AA. Wow, that's an interesting one. Deal 15 damage to AA units. In a tank, I need to deal 100 to tanks, assault gun, recon, and anti-tank. This one is 50. Quite similar. This is on the infantry. Deal 50 damage to infantry and recon. The one on the anti-tank is 50 damage as well. And this one has to deal 30 to infantry, 30 to structure. We don't have any of those yet. Anyway, we've dealt with everything. Always takes a bit of a long time. Let's go to the campaign map and let's see what the game has in store for us in our invasion of Poland here.
Comrade Stalin, we have signed a treaty of non-aggression with Ribbentrop. Germany has agreed to all of our demands, including our control over the Polish territory, the Baltic states, and Finland.
Hitler clearly sees that without Soviet support, he is doomed from the beginning. He needs our oil. He will do anything to get it. Let him have it. Then Herr Hitler can make as much trouble as he wants with the English.
This agreement won't just protect us from the Nazis. It will move our border westward with minimal effort.
Comrade Stalin, we have fulfilled your directive. Our military production is greatly increased.
We need to be ready for war at any moment, Comrade Voroshilov. I hold you personally responsible.
Rest assured, our mighty proletarian army will always be ready to defeat any foe, Comrade Stalin.
We cannot trust those lying imperialists. How have the Western powers reacted to Germany's actions so far, Comrade Molotov?
Britain and France have said that if Hitler dares to invade Poland, it means war with them.
Splendid. I think our liberation of Poland can take its time. Let Hitler take the blame for invading. Comrade Voroshilov, I order you to employ our finest military commanders and forces in our Polish operation. Show the world the Red Army's might.
I already have a suitable commander in mind, Comrade Stalin. He will not let us down.
The Polish state, built on the exploitation of its Belarusian and Ukrainian minorities, has turned out to be stillborn. Ever since its first military failures, it has been collapsing. The Red Army must enter eastern Poland as soon as possible to provide protection and security to the local population. Comrade Voroshilov, debrief us.
In accordance with the Soviet-German Non-Aggression Pact, our forces will capture the part of Poland located within our area of interest. This includes the following cities and towns: Ternopil, Rovno, Lutsk, Pinsk, Baranovichi, Grodno, and Belostok.
You are forgetting Brest-Litovsk and Lvov. These cities are also within our area of influence. However, my agents report that the Wehrmacht has received orders to capture both towns first.
I see. After the fall of Poland, we will be negotiating further cooperation with the Germans. They need our resources to wage their wars. Hitler probably believes that Brest-Litovsk and Lvov will be good bargaining chips.
Hitler wants to cheat his way out of our agreements. That's what it is. We won't let him. Comrade Voroshilov, the German capture of Brest and Lvov must not take place. Do you understand me?
Yes, Comrade Stalin. But we can also give the Nazis a taste of their own medicine. What if we capture a few of their towns like they intended to do with us?
Interesting idea. Very well. I authorize it. Take your troops west of the demarcation line and capture Lublin. Of course, this must all look like an accident. The last thing we need is an open conflict with Germany.
Understood. Comrade Zhukov, Combreg Vasilevsky will be assisting you during this operation. I hope the two of you will get along.
As you command, Comrade People's Commissar.
We have a major invasion operation ahead of us. I'm sure there will be loads of work at headquarters for both of us. I would be glad to exchange knowledge and experience with Comrade Zhukov.
Another important matter, comrades. The Red Army must enter Poland as a liberator. Our enemies are the aristocrats and the capitalists. We must not be caught exterminating the Polish populace. If the Polish military resists, we should capture them rather than kill them. Also, do not bomb the Polish infrastructure. After all, it will soon become the property of the Soviet state.
Okay. We have to seize all victory axes, capture Lvov and Brest before the German troops. The German army arrives in 9 turns. Then preserve the Polish buildings. Tolerable destruction is 50. Take Polish troops captive, 0 out of 15. And capture Lublin before the German troops. And that's also 9 turns. Alright, so we actually have to get pretty far, like Przemysl as well. That, yeah. Alright. So we don't really have significant force up in the north. Let's actually take a look at where I can deploy my forces. So we have a fighter up there. That's nice. No fighter in the center, so let's get our first fighter in there. Then we should probably get our second fighter in the center too. Hi. Oh, there we are. There we go. And then I definitely want to get 2 bombers in the center. We can bomb the Polish units, but I guess not the infrastructure. Now let's get one down here. Okay, so currently we don't have any artillery down here. I think that's going to be pretty critical, so let's deploy one here. We do have an artillery in the center, so let's not deploy one there for the moment. But let's deploy one in here. We don't have any tanks here, so I would not mind getting the BT-7 out over in there. Pretty much just trying to divide my forces in a good manner. Yeah, let's deploy the T-28 there. There's no recon here, so then I do want to deploy the recon. Anti-tank, probably best in the center. And we already have an anti-aircraft there. Not so much here, and we do have 2 fighters in the center. Rather get it up here now. And we have 2 regulars. We already have 2 infantry, 1 infantry. Let's actually take the recon, put it here, get the infantry. And then we should also get a second infantry down here. Let's get started. That's some fortifications, all right. I can potentially take them out. They have quite a few things. I don't think it will be that much of a problem going in here, using the Sokosagyuki. Taking that out. That does mean an overrun, which is nice. Let's take a look around this area then. Just like this. There we get into a little bit of trouble going up. And As I'm not going to attack with the artillery on this turn, I'm, I guess, best off going down and to start harassing these. This will at least provide support for my units going in there. I'm fine with putting the recon here and then attacking theirs, which has only one range, I think. Already causing a little bit of havoc. I'm not going to move in there, obviously. Can you still... Yeah, you can move there, but that's no good. This is fine. Alright, let's deal with the rest later. Let's see whether this infantry... It has flamethrower. That's 5-5. I have to say that's actually pretty rough. How about you? They only have mortars? Let's take a bit of a peek. I could also attack them first, but I think I'd rather take a look first at what's going on around here. Okay, no anti-aircraft in that particular area. In a way, it's a shame that it doesn't count as a... taking captive, as I kinda took captive the fort. Well, kind of. 1, 2, 3, 4. They would not be able to attack, but I guess they would on the next turn. Don't think it's that... I don't think that would be too bad, actually. And these guys have range of 4, so I would actually be pretty safe there. If I attack it, it's actually not that bad. Probably non-lethal. Yeah, so then... This is a pretty good attack, actually. I would say. And then these guys can also move further, so we can launch an assault on Baranovici pretty soon, I think. Now, with those anti-aircraft guns, I don't really see a whole lot of reasons to start bombing either. So, I'll just move these guys a little bit closer. Pinsk, I also have to take it, huh? Just like Ravno. Those cities will be a bit of a bother, if you ask me.
Zhukov, you are violating Comrade Stalin's orders. Do not bomb the Polish infrastructure.
Yeah, I have 3 out of 50, that's fine. But it's interesting that I also cannot attack it with artillery. I guess, indeed, the infrastructure does go down, so... We'll have to be careful as to the sense where it matters. I definitely want to destroy it this way then. Now, that will open up the way for units like this infantry to get in there and attack. And I think this would constitute a surrender. I think. Not yet. This would? Yeah. I guess that's 1 out of 15. So if what I can do then, I suppose, move in here, attack, get an overrun, and then if I take this, they will also surrender, I think. No, they just get destroyed. Okay, so that's, yeah, I have to get in closer then. Fair enough. It's good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they do have good vision there. I don't think any unit from there will go into this direction, so that is probably okay. Let's have you guarding this region as well. I don't think they can go through here in particular. We don't have any anti-aircraft there, so that is unfortunate, because it means they can pretty much bomb that at leisure if they so feel like it. Let's try to protect the worst of it. Go in there. They have 4 movement, so it's pretty decent. Let's get you in the city though. Okay. I'm quite happy when they attack the bunkers, to be honest, because it's completely useless. I mean, it's a freebie for them, and I think that's why they do it. First few turns, when it comes to airplanes, are always the worst. Usually the threat diminishes over time.
In the wake of the fall of Poland, the Ukrainian nationalist underground rears its head. My agents have discovered their organization, the OUN. The Ukrainian assault teams are harassing Polish troops in the forest between Koval and Sarny.
Does that mean the nationalists are on our side?
No, they want an independent Ukrainian state, so we are as much an enemy to the OUN as the Poles are. Besides, I have reasons to suspect they are connected with foreign secret services. That said, consider them counter-revolutionaries, and as such, your enemies. Find and destroy the Ukrainian nationalist camps.
Okay, I guess I will try to do that. Weird how they are already entrenched. But they took this back. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Let's take this back. Especially since the enemy will rear its head on the next time to take it back too. Now, I need to get a couple of surrenders here, so I'm inclined to move in here and just make them surrender. Ah, that's unfortunate. But fine. Let's level them up. I generally do like forced march, so let's go for it. Given on the unit that I attack, I can probably get another surrender. I might be able to get a surrender out of some of them anyway. The thing about that is that I can technically move in here and then... Well, let's just move them first and just see what the damage output is. So, with 0 and 4, I can certainly get a surrender on the recon, but then these guys will stay alive. Which is probably the more dangerous target. 1 and 4. Well, let's attack them first. And this will also give me an overrun on them. So they just get destroyed from that. So do I have to do it with infantry? I mean, sometimes this stuff is just a bit confusing to me. I can also do it with the recon, I think. No, I also cannot do it with the recon. Okay, well, fair enough. Well, that certainly is a surrender. Maybe I can just bomb these. And then they don't die from this. So you can go in here and get another surrender. Pretty good. Let's take the objective. Let's take a look up here though. It's unfortunate that they are right next to each other, otherwise they would be an easier target. Now it's a bit more difficult to deal with them. But for now, these are the only planes that we see in the air. I wonder if these guys can reach all the way. It does not seem to be the case. No, it is not. That is unfortunate. It does mean that I have only one plane to deal with it as well. If only I could get the infantry in there. Can I get you guys to move there? Yeah, I certainly think that bombing that is going to be the correct way. It also just destroys them, but I'd rather not wait with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if one of them, if this one moves, it will get ambushed, I think. So then I should probably, I know it's a bit weird, just do this and give them afterburner, and then leave it at that, and then have you guys move here, and then I think that might be the way to go. I don't need to attack at the moment, neither do you, and then we'll deal with the enemy here on the next turn. Definitely also sending at least one of the fighters up to deal with it, but not all of them. Now I do need to take that guy down too, and they seem to be having a unit in there. So I'm gonna have to find a way or a place where I can properly deal with it. I cannot get any infantry in there, so I might just as well kill them. The tricky part is making sure that we're okay besides. You can no longer attack, so... I guess hiding in the forest, probably a good idea. Now this does not cost any infrastructure. Next turn will be a night turn, so also in terms of... Let's see though, as regards to bombing, how much... It's mostly just damaged, so if I can attack them with an infantry on the next turn, like these guys are not gonna die. They will just stay at 5 strength. It will make my life a lot easier. Wow, really? They didn't do anything back? Wow, okay. That is a lot of damage to the artillery. They really seem to go all out aggressive on artillery now. They didn't used to do that, I think. I need at least 2 attacks to finish them off, so I might as well go for it. This way. You're out of the repair zone. But just 1 hex, huh? Alright. Your units can't attack after being ambushed, but the enemies can. I forgot about that. It's a very... a strange way to do things, I think, myself. But, okay. Their artillery has a range of 4 as well. let's go in there with bombers first. I don't think that will be a problem. So I'll give them that. Attacking at least those guys. So I can capture them later. They also recovered all of their damage, so I'm happy about that. They cannot actually bomb it, so that's good. And if they move, they will again get in trouble. Let's attack. Ooh, I didn't take any damage there. That's nice. Night turns like this can be absolutely useless, unfortunately. Yeah, that's no good. Where's my artillery here? How did it get destroyed? Like, I really don't understand this surrender mechanic, and it might actually lose me the objective because I just have no clue how that works. They were at 0. Why would they not surrender at that point? It's just absolutely weird. But these did surrender, so that, you know. I'm just confused. You have to capture Lvov and Brest, at the very least, before their troops. Let's take a look then. It's their first unit in there. They have 41 additional troops. That's a lot. Like, I wonder where those troops are then. Let's take a look though, because we do have our entire... How many do I get, by the way? 22, and my maximum is 35. So I can basically get to 13 without any danger. I can do another reconnaissance. Okay, so Lutsk is well protected too. Okay. I'm a bit scared here. These are the nationalists, so I have to locate and destroy their hideouts. I remember last time, or when playing the Strategic Mind Blitzkrieg, that if you attack it, they will spawn a unit there. We can see there's anti-aircraft. Let's use the fighters like this first. I remember that bombing at that point was the best strategy. Because that did not spawn any partisans. They will get attacked, but that's why they are there. They're the non-core unit. And that is with a a very specific purpose. Interesting that they now suddenly would get ambushed. Or they don't. Weird. Do I want to get in there? Not particularly. I need to get around the river anyway. Let's move you back. And I actually think getting you in here is totally viable. Let's move you around now. It's no use doing anything there anymore. Okay, they will get into the ambush. They're gonna attack again. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Another fighter. Okay, that hurts.
Our troops are being harassed by the Polish armored train.
According to our scouts' reports, the Polish armored train Smaui has arrived in Lvov for repairs. It's gotten damaged fighting the Germans and is currently immobile. This is the perfect opportunity to capture it. If you clear the enemy from Lvov, the train crew will surrender.
I guess I will try that. At any rate, I'm gonna end the video here, so I want to thank you all for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, see you then. Bye-bye.